Like I say, this one guy, the king of men, or man, and self-proclaimed god of black man or something like that. Anyway, he was going around saying that he was some sort of black god or king or whatever. And basically, I mean, I created exoskeletons, endoskeletons, and basically did particle creation for this universe or galaxy, and 800 others at some point in time. Anyway, so this black guy, I mean, there's a lot of people like the popes, or some people are like, oh God, we know immortality or we're God. They go around like pawning it off, trying once they find out about me, and a bunch of kids started going exponential existence, ooh. And basically it becomes this mess as there's 500 little like fake Lucifers running around. Mostly they have guns and they can extort people or like you know or like lie to people basically, and pretend to have better story or clearer story. It's like, ugh. Anyway, so they become a problem for me and everyone else at some point in time when they try and kill everyone off because they know I do have 800 galaxies and 400 other planets, and basically, twitch of a finger and they're gonna, at least a few of them are gonna be tortured. And in fact, 5 million or 250, 260 million people actually do, depending on what they do get tortured or killed by another race, which is as old as me or older than me or something like that or somewhere around there. They deal with the problem because, like I say, eventually humanity or these other self-proclaimed gods, in trying to outpace me because I'm less to know about or something like that, they start attacking others to try and get a little bit far of an edge. And they start wreaking havoc on all these other planets, not just my 400. Although, like I said, I took part in a lot of different planets and created 800 galaxies. So, in different stages. And eventually I just kind of I was like, I guess I'll keep 400. And I was like, I guess I'll keep 100. I guess I'll keep 36. And I'm just like, well, you guys are, you guys handle it on your own, because it's like, well, I mean, I am creator. I did create the particle physics and a lot of other stuff, and or figure it out, at some point in time. And I am a massive creator, but it's like, whatever. I am basically still just one life form, just because I did so much and I was so powerful. And then later on, I have to smack down these people, even though these people lie better, even though these people try and kill me, even though I don't know these people. I find myself in a war with these people because they're psychotic and out there and more public than I am. And like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, I've actually been leading everyone and directing everything and paying for everything for all this time and inventing most things. So, you know, and then, so these people want to kill me with my own weapons and my own things. And it's like, well, I invented them. And like, I paid for more research with them. So it's like, I mean, this is kind of crazy. And it's because like I am actual Lucifer star. So, and like I say, mostly the biggest offender was JFK and his 30 clones, and a couple others, Jimmy Carter, and they become really whatever powerful because they supposedly have all control over army. It's like, well, you have control over a human army and maybe one planet. Yeah, I had more. And like I say, it comes down to basically my life forms know me, and know what I would do, know what I want. And it was just a matter of finding me. So, after I had gotten kidnapped or killed or whatever. So it's like, shrug. Shrug. I don't know. Lucifer Star, Stretchy, well, yeah. I mean, I did do remember creating the Stretchy bot, a little mini me to go testing things. Just testing. Anyway, and wander around like that and stuff. And then eventually I guess I get killed, but I'm still Stretchy or little Lucifer, and basically find my way along anyway. So I'm not exactly sure. It's a crazy little story, and it's crazy how time, space work and everything. So, but I made it through it, and yeah, I mean, it got a little hairy there, a little crazy, but I mean, hey, anyway. Anyway, though, because like I didn't know about the King of Men, or man, until proclaimed God. And there's a couple of king of men and self-proclaimed gods. Like there's a white one and there's a black one, and it's like, you got guns and can threaten people and scare them a lot, and basically walk up and just shoot people, and that's pretty much all the power you ever had. That's because you were psychotic, and mostly you shot your own people. Like there's this one guy, he shoots 50 of his own people. Anyway, and stuff like that, and it's just like the people are scared of him, and he's just a psychopath. And meanwhile, I'm doing farms and creating all these epic things like the Empire State Building with like the Irish. Me and the Irish, we go build the Empire State Building. I pay them and they do it, and we do all this stuff, and all these other annoying people get in the way and stuff, and it's just like, hey. And then I bring out the DeLorean again, as a commemoration of one of my great cars, because I came out with DeLorean and it was a little bit more expensive, and it was a really big bet. Will people buy this more expensive car if it's really that much better than everything else? And if it'll actually last? And they sell like crazy. Like people loved my car. I mean, they love them. Even though even though I was going for a $12,000 market price, like they're selling for like $26,000. And like $30,000, like way over sticker price. So the car dealerships make a lot of money. I make a lot of money, because it only cost me a little bit like $3,000 a car or something like that. Because I have some really good streamlined production, and we can make quite a few of them. So, and eventually, I get more money from them anyway. They actually give me like $20,000 and just make $10,000 because it just didn't seem right to them to take that much money. Anyway, or something like that. So anyway, and I ended up investing it and creating like the airbags and everything else. It ends up being like this huge money thing because people do love the newer, smaller, better cars. I mean, it was a lot of work to get the transmission to work, the Renault transmissions to work, because it's a complicated thing and it's all new fabrication. So anyway, and I was putting up the money and like betting that this would work, that this more complicated thing would actually work and all that. And my Renault team is like the best. Like I say, they can design aircraft, they can design anything. Like me and Renault, we were like together for the longest time. And they were really, 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 really good team. They designed a lot of stuff, me and the Renault team. And well, I mean, I own like the one fabrication facility, and then I bought the other fabrication facility, and then I bring people in to see the fabrication facilities and everything, and I get a lot more support from it. Anyway, I do all these things, that actually make a huge difference later on, and people just like the way I do things. So anyway, and I invested huge in it, and like 5 or 6 car lines come out of it, like Lotus, Lutus, like Lotus, or Lotus, and I do all this stuff, and they make some really good supercars, and people love the supercars, and can't get enough of them, and like everything I do really worked out really well because I was just that good, I was right. I was completely right, and people love the safer cars, and they love the glass with plastic inside of it and stuff, the safety glass and all that. They love the improvements. So anyway,